The agenda was packed for the September 8th meeting of the Board of Trustees, and priority one included welcoming in their newest member.
You may take your seat.
Carissa Coats took the oath of office, and about 90 minutes later, she seconded a motion to reject the use of emergency levy funds. As anticipated, the motion received unanimous consent, meaning D93 will not be using funds from the emergency levy. The district is choosing to provide property tax relief instead.
A little later in the meeting, the agenda moved to certifying the amount of dollars collected from our property taxes. This is an important responsibility of the board. There's a lot that goes into this. Chairman Dance and Greg Calder of the Board of Trustees made it clear that they wanted to take a more conservative approach by keeping some money available to protect the district in the event of an economic downturn.
You know, financial planners, religious leaders always suggest you have money set aside for a rainy day.
I just philosophically think like that financially conservative people ought to plan for bad times in the future. And I consider myself a financially conservative person.
The board ultimately decided to lower our property taxes while putting money into our bond savings. The compromise will result in a reduction of property taxes while conservatively planning for the future. This is the second year in a row that the district has lowered property taxes. 2 years ago, D93 taxpayers were contributing $580 per $100,000 of taxable value. Our property taxes now are projected to be in the neighborhood of $416 per $100,000 of taxable value.
And I just point out that our patrons, for at least the last 30 years that we've got data on our levy rate, this will be the lowest levy rate I've ever paid in the district. So.
While this growth has been great for lowering our property taxes, Superintendent Wilson-Hume says it hasn't helped generate more money for classrooms.
I guess just one clarifying comment I think is worth mentioning, and that is, as Guy mentioned, our taxable market value in the district went up by just over 9%. A lot of that is due to new construction in the district. That did not translate into any extra dollars coming into the district. Our $5.8 million stayed at $5.8 million. Our $2.8 million for the plant stayed at $2.8. We have no extra dollars to operate on as a district, no matter how many more homes are built in. Those are capped by the levies that our voters approve. Right. And so there's just unfortunately, I think a broad misunderstanding, and people see new homes coming in and say that's got to be more money to the district. It is not, unless our voters approve it. So what it did do is it lessened all of our tax burden with the motion that the board just made tonight. Well, I'll be paying less because there's more people living here. There are no extra dollars coming to the district.
The district did seek voter approval to increase funding to the supplemental and plant facilities levies in March, but that measure failed at the ballot. Voters approved renewals of these levies during an election in May.
These are just some of the highlights from the September board meeting. You can watch the entire meeting on the D93 website.